What's going on, and welcome back. I'm going to share a story with you that takes place a little over 20 years ago when I was working at a grocery store. But before we get into that, I want to ask, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you, if not most of you, know that one guy. You know what I'm talking about? That one guy that usually tells tall tales, that tends to stretch the truth, that knows a little bit more than you do. You know, he's that guy that if you've done something, he's done it, but he's done it better. You know, that guy, the one that's always trying to one up you. Well, I worked with a guy like that. So, and I'm gonna tell you the story about this guy. His name was Eric. I don't remember his last name, but I didn't hate the guy. You know, I didn't hate him. But we weren't like friends. Like, we didn't hang out after work or anything, but we were like work friends. So like whenever I went to work and he was there, we talk. He'd be the first person I would see. I would say hi or whatever. We get together, we talk or whatever. But so I was working at this grocery store, and my job there was to make sure the shelves were stocked, and I would help customers out with their groceries and put them in the car or whatever. That was my job, and I did that for a few years. And then this guy Eric got hired. Now Eric was he worked in produce. Short little guy, you know, friendly, but man, can this guy bullshit you. I mean, he could bullshit you. The shit that would come out of his mouth, you were like, what? You know, you could just tell he was lying. He was just like, oh god. Good guy, but man, he was a liar. So he got hired, you know, a few years later after I had been working there. He works produce, so he'd get all like the vegetables and stuff ready and take them out there and whatever. And at this time, the PlayStation 2 was brand new. It was just barely coming out, okay? And the good thing about working at a grocery store is that they had a magazine rack, and we get video game magazines there. Now, I've been gaming since I was 8 years old. So when I'd walk into the grocery store to go to work, the first thing I would see when I walked through those doors was the magazine rack. And I'd stop and I'd scan. I'm like, oh, there's new gaming magazines or whatever. Now, the PlayStation 2 was brand new. Brand spanking new. I believe it hadn't even come out yet. They were fixing to come out. And I saw this magazine there. When nobody was looking, I took it off the rack because this magazine had nothing to do but with PlayStation 2. The games that were coming out, the specs of the console and all that. So I took it to the back, and in the back we had a little section where I'd put like our magazines that I wanted to look at. I keep them there in the produce. And whenever I got a break, I'd go back there and I'd read them or whatever. And I get this magazine, I'm looking at it, and it has all about the PlayStation 2, whatever, the release date and all that. But before I continue with the story, I need to show you this commercial, because this commercial that I'm fixing to show you has a lot to do. It'll help you better understand the story, because I'm going to say this, you'll be like, what? So check the story, check out this commercial real quick.
New for 2078. PlayStation 9's new electronic spores tap straight into your adrenal gland. PS9 has improved retinal scanning. A mind control system. Holographic movie surround vision. And telepathic personal music. The ultimate just got better. PlayStation 9. Teleport yours today.
Now that was the commercial that they were showing on TV when the PlayStation 2 was releasing. Now, I got excited because I wanted a PS2. You know, also, like I said, I had a PlayStation 1. I was moving into PlayStation 2. I've been looking at this magazine. I'm like thinking, look at the graphics of this machine. Like, you can't get better. You can't get better than this. Well, if I knew then what I knew now, then I would be like, you're wrong. But yes. So, you know, you gotta remember, I'm in my 20s. You know, all the money I was making besides my car payment, it wasn't spendthrift. It was disposable income. So I had the money to get a PlayStation 2 when they first came out. Now you gotta know this, that when the PlayStation 2 came out, they were hard to find. Super hard to find. Imagine like trying to look for a PS5 2 years ago. Impossible. Absolutely impossible, right? Back then I didn't have a cell phone. Were cell phones even around back then? I don't remember, but I know I didn't have one. I don't think, and if I did, it was probably one of those flip phones. Anyway, I even went as far when the PlayStation 2 came out. I went as far as to like drive like 2 hours out of town to a bigger city to look for one. To no avail. I didn't find one for shit. I mean, they were completely gone. They're sold out. Impossible to find, right? So I'm at work. I'm at work, and this guy Eric's there, and we're talking or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, how was your weekend?" Or whatever. You know, we didn't get weekends off. We got like different days off. He was like, "Oh, what would you do yesterday on your day off?" We're like, told him. I was like, "Well, I went to Midland, Odessa, and I went to go look for a PlayStation 2, and I couldn't find one." Immediately he shoots back at me and says, "Oh, I got one." I was like, "You got a PlayStation 2?" Yeah, he's like, "Yes." You know what I mean? He's always that guy that if he tried something, he's done it already, but he's done it better, right? He's like, "Yeah, I found one. My sister got one." He goes, and when she went to go pick it up, she went ahead and picked up a PlayStation 9. I was like, "A PlayStation 9? He was like, "Yeah." She went and picked up the PlayStation 2. And he said they had one PlayStation 9 left in stock, and she picked it up. I was like, "Wait a minute." I was like, "How stupid does this guy think I am? A PlayStation 9? I was like, "You know, I didn't say nothing. I played along with it." I was like, okay. I wanted to know more about this mysterious PlayStation 9. I was like, "Dude." So I tell him that, "Dude, you got a PlayStation 2 and you have a PlayStation 9? He was like, "Man, let me tell you." Because obviously he had seen the commercials. You know, obviously he had seen the commercial that I just showed you. He's like, "Man, it's amazing." He's like, "It's a ball." He's like, he goes, "It's a clear ball." And he goes, "And you look through it. You look through this ball, and it's like you're in the game." You know, he's trying to explain like what VR is right now. He's like, you look through this clear ball, and it's like you're in the game. He goes, "You would never believe it. It's like you're in the game." And he goes, "It's the most absolutely mind-blowing experience you'll ever have." I was like, "Dude." It's like, man. And I'm thinking, what a liar. What a fucking liar. Dude, how fucking dumb do you think I am? Like, you... PlayStation 9 that's a ball. He says that you look through and it puts you into the game. First of all, he's dumb, because if you would have paid attention to the commercial, you open the ball and you get these stimulants you breathe in these stimulants, and you're like tripping balls and you think you're in the game. That's what this commercial was trying to explain, right? He's like, "No, man." He's like, "You look into this ball." Of course I didn't tell him nothing. I'm playing around at this point. I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Tell me more." He's like, "Yeah, man, you look in this ball and and you're in the game. I'm like, wow, dude. I was like, that is crazy. In my head, I'm like, you're full of shit. Full of shit. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, it's amazing. And I was like, dude. So I was, playing around. I was like, are there any left? He's like, no. There's no more. There's no more PS9s left. He goes, my sister bought the last one. I'm like, dude. It's like, that's bullshit. They should have made more. I was like, oh my god, man. This was the story this guy told me. He told me the story. I was like, dude, how fucking dumb do you think I am, dude? Really? Seriously, like, come on, man. No such thing as PlayStation 9s. Dude, but it was funny. I was like, that's awesome. He's like, yeah, I gotta go back to work. So he takes off. I'm like, dude, that is awesome. I'll never forget that. That made my day. I was like, dude, that's the best story I've ever heard. Number one, he's full of shit. I know he doesn't have a PlayStation 2 because I can't find one. I can't find one. Nobody can at that time, I don't even believe there was eBay back then. I'm not too sure if there was eBay. If there was, it was probably like in its infancy. So I was like, nah. Couldn't look them up. You couldn't like get online and just like look up where to find a PlayStation 2. But I was like, man, that's the best story I've ever heard. This guy just made my day. I just got here to work, and here he is. He has a PlayStation 9. I can't even get a hold of a PlayStation 2. Shit. But yeah, it was later on. I think it was like about a year later that I actually found a PS2, to be honest with you. And yeah, I found one here at Walmart. Oh, speaking of that, right quick, I know PlayStation 5 are still kind of hard to find. Let me tell you something right now. We have them here. We have them here at Walmart. We have a glass case full of PS5s and full of Xbox Series X's. One of my buddies that lives out of town, he's like, dude, I can't find a PS5 for shit. I say, man, we have them here at Walmart, dude. Same stock that's been there for a week. It's still there. They're not selling. He's like, I looked on your website, at your store's website. They don't show them in stock. I was like, believe me, they're there. I don't know why they're not showing them in stock, but they're there. I know. I was just there a while ago. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't find a PlayStation 5. Don't bother looking on the website here where I live, because they're going to show that they're out of stock. But believe me, we have them. We have a bunch of them. Or if you're looking for an Xbox Series X, we got those too. They're not showing them on the website for whatever reason, but they're there. That's probably why they're still there, because people don't know. But, when you know, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you because I thought it was funny. What made me think of that story was I was on YouTube. I was looking up something, and I was looking up something on the PlayStation, and I happened to run into that commercial, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. How long I've been doing YouTube and I haven't told this story yet. So I had to share it with you guys. I had to share it. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.